1 year to the day, the CR7 Fleet Car Series made its debut race on CR7, and ever since then, it has gained unprecedented popularity. And now, 1 year later after the debut race, 5 of these drivers are going to battle for some LEGO money. Hey everyone, it's CR7 here, and welcome to the CR7 Fleet Car Series All-Star Showdown. Now, this isn't all the drivers that are going to be competing for the grand prize, which is $500,000 in LEGO money, not actual money, just LEGO money. So these are the drivers that are locked in. Firestopper, who won the first race of Season 1, Blue Blur, Politico number 1, Wideout, and Smasher. Before I do anything else, let's go over the format. Here is the format. The drivers that are eligible are winners of the first race of each season and past champions. The race format consists of 8 drivers, 5 are already in, and 3 will transfer their way into the main event via heats. 3 heat races will have 11 drivers, all in separate heats. 4 drivers will be in heats 1 through 2, and 3 drivers will compete in heat 3. Winners of each heat will transfer into the All-Star Showdown. The main event will consist of 3 segments, with 2 drivers being eliminated in segments 1 through 2. The final segment will have 4 drivers duking it out for the win. The winner will receive $500,000 in LEGO money. And that was the rule set for the All-Star Showdown. So without further ado, let's get to the drivers that will be competing in Heat 1, which are Shadow, Multico number 4, Old School, and Hatch number 1. The winner of this heat will be locked in into the All-Star Showdown. So let's get to it. The start of Heat 1, and Shadow is going to go first. I shall place the camera just outside the out of bounds area so you can see if the driver goes out of bounds or not. So, just to explain, the heats are only one run, no multiple segments. So it'll be pretty quick to decide who advances into the All-Star Showdown. So, without further ado, let's see who will be the first to advance or lock their way into the All-Star Showdown. So Multico number 4 is going to go first, then Hatch number 1, then Shadow, and Old School is in 4th. So here's Multico number 2. Just bumping into the out of bounds barrier there. Here is Hatch number 1. Ooh. And here is Shadow, hoping to transfer into the main event. Oh, it's close between Multico number 4 and Old School. I meant Multico number 4, excuse me. This is Old School. He's going to have to try a thread the needle or try something else to try to advance into the All-Star Showdown. So, here we go. And it won't be enough. Clean the track off. And it looks like it is a close finish for the transfer spot. It looks like Shadow got the nod. I'm not sure. We'll have to do a quick review. Upon quick review, Shadow got the nod for the spot. So Multico number 4, Old School, and Hatch number 1 are eliminated. Shadow will make the transfer spot into the All-Star Showdown, but these drivers are eliminated. So let's get to the Heat 2 competitors. And here are the drivers for Heat 2. Multicolor number 2, Darkened, Half and Half, and Hatch number 3. So let's get to it. And this is Heat number 2, and Multicolor number 2 will get the nod to go first. Well, hard hit there. Just zoom the camera out so you can see the out of bounds area just a little bit, so you can get the general idea of which is the racing surface and which is not the racing surface. So let's see who else will advance into the All-Star Showdown. Half and half's going to be first, multi-color number 2 is going to be second, darkened is third, and fourth is hatch number 3. So here is half and half. Good launch there. Here's multi-color number 2, who had a big accident in the second to final race of season 3, but came back. Ooh, backs into half and half, extending his lead. Here is darkened. Oh, hard hit. Some desperation out of these competitors. And here's hatch number 3. Let's see what he can do to potentially advance into the All-Star Showdown. Oh, and he glides out of bounds, and that obviously won't do it. Half and half, excuse me. Half and half will advance into the All-Star Showdown. He makes the transfer, so hatch number 3, multi-color number 2, and darkened are eliminated. So half and half is in. So let's get to the last chance qualifier. And here are the last chance qualifier drivers, which are greenish, hatch number 2, and multicolor number 3. So let's get to it. The last chance qualifier, and greenish will go first. Wow, those drivers are shot out of a cannon there. So here's the out of bounds area again, just like where hatch number 3 went in the last qualifying heat. All right, this will decide the full All-Star Showdown driver roster. So hatch number 2 is going to go first, then greenish, and then multicolor number 3. So here's hatch number 2. Wow, great run for him. Here's greenish. Backs it into the out of bounds barrier. Here's multicolor number 3. This is his final chance, or this is his one and only chance to get into the All-Star Showdown. Oh, and he flips up and over, and that won't do it for him. Hatch number 2 makes the final transfer spot for the All-Star Showdown. Multicolor number 3 gave it all he had there. But hatch number 2 is going to get the nod. He is the 8th and final driver to make it in. These two go home empty-handed, unfortunately. So, I shall now show you the full driver roster for the All-Star Showdown. Presenting the driver lineup for the CR7 Fleet Car Series All-Star Showdown. You've got the series first winner, Firestopper, the Season 1 Race 1 winner, and then the Season 2 opener winner, Smasher, and the Season 3 opening winner, Whiteout, the Season 3 champion, Blue Blur, and the series' first ever champion, Multicolor number 1. And the drivers who qualified their way in, Shadow, Half and Half, and Hatch number 2. And that is the lineup for the CR7 Fleet Car Series All-Star Showdown. These drivers are going to be hungry for $500,000 in Lego money. Let's see who will take all the money and all the marbles here in the CR7 Fleet Car Series All-Star Showdown. Let's get to it. And the pole sitter for the All-Star Showdown is Firestopper, because she was the first ever race winner. Now, the debut race doesn't count because that's an exhibition event. That was a test for the Fleet Car Series race. So, let the fight for some Lego money commence. Oh my gosh, that was a big hit there. Shadow's already getting hungry. I shall move the camera back just a tad so you can see the out of bounds area just right here. So you can see the floor that they touch. So it's 3 segments, 2 drivers eliminated with each segment due to it being 8 drivers. So whiteout's going to be first. Excuse me, half and half is going to be first. My apologies for getting the drivers mixed up for the umpteenth time. So here's half and half. Ooh, not quite a good run for him. Here is our most recent champion, Blue Blur. Oh, that was a big hit there. Here is hatch number 2. Ooh, already some big hits there. Here is Firestopper. She slides into the second position. Here is Smasher. Living up to his name, I see. Here is Whiteout. Slams in the Smasher. Here is Shadow. Oh, big hit for him there. And here's multicolor number 2 to end the first segment. Ooh, and some piece comes off of a car, I'm not sure. It looks like a rear bumper piece. I'll have to see who that belongs to. But first, Whiteout's gonna take the segment win. Second place looks to be half and half. Third, it appears to be a tie between these 3 drivers here. But it looks like Firestopper got out just by a tad. Fourth is going to be Blue Blur. 5th and 6th are going to be Smasher and Shadow, who lost a piece of his rear bumper. And this is Blue Blur's rear bumper cover. So he's going to use his one pair only, as well as Shadow. So multicolor number 1 and hatch number 2 are eliminated. So let's get into segment 2. Segment 2 and Whiteout will start us off. Looks like some of the drivers found the fastest racing line. You saw Firestopper shot out of a cannon there. Alright, so this will decide the final segment. There's only 3 segments in the All-Star Showdown, rather than 4 in a normal Fleet Car Series race, because of the reduced driver roster. Push this door back just to see who's out front. You'll probably see on your ticker. It looks like half and half will get the nod to go first. So here is half and half. Wow, he's been first twice now. Here's Firestopper. Oh, and she backs into half and half. Here is Blue Blur. Oh, and he slides out of bounds, and his hopes for winning some Lego money are unfortunately dashed. Here is Smasher. Oh, perfect run for him. He takes the lead. Here is Whiteout. Oh, it looks close. I think Whiteout might have gotten the nod for the lead. You'll probably see on the ticker. Here is Shadow to end the segment. Oh, and he shoves Smasher out of bounds. Oh boy. Well, that decides the final 4. They're on track. Firestopper got lucky that she didn't get eliminated there. So, looks like Whiteout will take the segment win. Shadow, 2nd, 3rd, half and half, and 4th is Firestopper. Unfortunate for Smasher and Blue Blur, they went out of bounds, so they're eliminated. So let's get to the final round. The 3rd and final segment, and Whiteout will start us off. This is for all the money. Wow. I think the driver positions might be the same after that. Here's the out of bounds area. If the car hits that, the run for the money is over. So, this is to win the grand prize. Shadow is going to be first, then Whiteout, then half and half, and Firestopper will be the Hail Mary car. So here is Shadow. He has the advantage. Oh, big hit for him. Flirting with that out of bounds spot. Here is half and half. Whiteout, excuse me. Here's Whiteout. Oh, and he flips over. That's a dangerous spot to be flipped over. And here's half and half. just barely nudges Whiteout. But what is Firestopper going to do to win the grand prize? I guess we'll have to see. Oh, and Whiteout gets hit on the roof, and Firestopper flips upside down. A big accident. Wow. It looks like pieces have gone everywhere. Firestopper has flipped up on a roof, and Whiteout's car is destroyed. Look at his car. Shadow's going to win the grand prize, but we're going to have to make sure both of these drivers are okay. And it is a scene of concern right now, as some personnel have made their way over to Whiteout's car, including Old School, who is a trained doctor. He's a trauma specialist. And even some of the drivers have gotten out their cars to show their concern, half and half. And even our all-star winner, Shadow, he's more concerned about his friends more than the money right now. So friends are more important than money and the win right now. So they're working on Whiteout's car. Firestopper says that she's okay. There's someone checking on her to try to get her out of the car. But it is a scene of concern here for the All-Star Showdown here. Maybe greed got in everyone's heads there. Maybe this was an exhibition race gone wrong here. But they're gonna get Whiteout out of his car and transport him to a local medical center here in a second. But we're gonna skip the extraction process to give the drivers their privacy. Alright, here's an update. The driver of Whiteout was extracted from his car and taken to a local medical center. That's all the information I can pass on right now. Here's half and half being counseled by Old School. He's probably telling him that he's going to be okay. Firestopper's shaken up really bad after she made contact with Whiteout. That sent him into the air and crashing down where the roof was supposed to be. So Shadow wins the grand prize, but I don't think he cares about the money. He cares about Whiteout driver's health right now. Here's some Here's some Fleet Car Series personnel taking a look at the car, but it's a big mess to clean up after this horrible accident at the end of the CR7 Fleet Car Series All-Star Showdown. I will post an update on Whiteout's driver's condition on the community tab if I can. So that'll do it for the Fleet Car Series All-Star Showdown. But keep Whiteout's driver in your prayers tonight as we end this presentation. Bye, everyone.